Hola y bienvenidos a otro segmento de ¿Qué pasa, Polk? Yo soy Anita Rivera. Ya ustedes saben que estamos aquí celebrando la Cumbre Internacional de la Mujer Latina Empresaria. Aquí han visto tremendas muchachas, así que ustedes van a ver unas imágenes tremendas, pero quédense siempre aquí con nosotros para que estén atentos sobre este evento de hoy. Yo soy Anita y estamos aquí en el 5º anual Cumbre Internacional de la Mujer en su negocio entrepreneur, como dice el gringo. Y hoy con nosotros tenemos a nuestra oradora o keynote speaker que nos dio tremenda charla y una amiga de años, la señora Pilar Ortiz. Bienvenida, ¿qué pasa, Polk?
Anita, un gusto estar acá, qué evento tan maravilloso, todas las personas que están acá atendiendo, participando y apoyándote, porque de verdad que todo lo que tú haces por la comunidad es gigante y maravilloso. Gracias, gracias.
Gracias a ti por estar con nosotros. Sé que nos conocemos de muchos años, de cuando éramos chicas. Como me habías dicho chicas, pero habías tocado en un tema tan importante en tu charla que tenía que ver con el genio en la botella. Un poquito de qué es eso, cortito para nuestros televidentes que entiendan qué es lo que tener un genio en la botella.
Genio de la botella es el nombre de mi libro, lo pueden encontrar en pilarortiz.com y el concepto es que tú eres genio. Tú eres genio, yo soy genio, no se necesita ser científico, físico o químico. Somos genios cuando usamos nuestros talentos y los convertimos en fortalezas. Pero si estamos dentro de una botella, atrapados, y esa botella se llama miedo, culpa, excusa, el esposo, la zona de comodidad, falta de plata, hay que romper esa botella para que el genio pueda brillar.
Ya ustedes oyeron eso, hay que romper esa botella. Las personas que nos están viendo hoy quizás conocen a esta belleza. Ella estaba en las noticias de nosotros todos los días en Tampa. Si ustedes saben de dónde que veían a Pilar, mándenme un mensajito. Pero ella te va a decir aquí anyways.
Escriban ahí. Yo trabajé 11 años como directora de noticias y presentadora de Univisión en Tampa, llegando todas las noches a los hogares de los hispanos, pero desde el año 2009, imagínate, ya 14 años, también me convertí en una mujer de negocios, cuando yo misma estaba en esa botella de no creer, pero dije voy a vencer ese miedo, a bailar con él, y empecé mi propia empresa y soy coach, oradora, conferencista en inglés y en español en mentalidad, liderazgo, comunicación y storytelling, ayudándole a los líderes, mujeres, hombres, corporaciones, empresarios, individuos a salir de esas botellas y a hacer lo que de verdad están llamados a hacer sin miedo y sin excusas.
Si hay gente que nos están viendo ahora mismo que tienen excusas, que tienen miedo, que se cohíban, ¿cómo se pueden comunicar contigo para ellos aprender un poquito más de esta dinámica que tú nos enseñas?
Pues los invito a conectar por las redes sociales. En Instagram me van a encontrar como Pilar Ortiz TV, como de televisión, T, V pequeña. En Facebook, Pilar Ortiz, Speaker and Coach. En LinkedIn también estoy, mi website es mi nombre, pilarortiz.com. Y lo más importante que les quiero dar un tip es que en este momento no sigan ignorando lo que ya saben que la vocecita interna o el corazón o la intuición les está diciendo. Ustedes saben qué quieren hacer, cuál es el propósito, qué quieren perseguir, pero le ponen mucha atención al pensamiento negativo o a la escasez, no tengo tiempo, estoy ocupado. Atención, identifícalo y me contactas por las redes sociales, por el website pilarortiz.com, maravilloso.
Gracias. Pues gracias, Pilar, por estar con nosotros y apoyar a la mujer latina en esta cumbre, que yo espero verte muy pronto.
So we're going to have a panel with these amazing pioneer women of Florida.
I was a general practice doctor back in Puerto Rico. I was there for a couple of years, and then I wanted to challenge myself actually by going into a residency program or a specialty program. So I applied actually in the same hospital that I was born, and I got admitted to the Bella Vista Hospital Family Medicine residency program. I spent there 3 years living in the hospital, literally. And then, then I passed the board, so I'm family medicine board certified. Then I moved to Pennsylvania. It was beautiful, but like any Boricua, it's way too cold for me. So then we moved, we moved to Florida. So we love it in here. So now I'm working at dedicated medical senior.
I always told my dad and my parents that I always wanted to be a fashion designer. My dad honestly told me that's not a day job. That's days you're gonna be sewing, there's days you're not gonna be sewing. You need a 9-to-5 job. So I listened to him and I went through the secretarial field, and it got to the point where I quit my job and I was sewing in my house for office. And later on, I decided I wanted to go pursue the field. I went to FIT in New York, and then I went to Barter College in Georgia. I said I'm going to study fashion design, and from there on, this is what I always knew I wanted to do since I was 10 years old. So I always had it in my mind, and I just pursue it. And here I am with my own business, and it's doing really, really good.
2005, I had retired from the New York City Police Department after 21 years. I had no idea what it was like to be in government. I only knew what I knew as a public servant. A lot of things that I had put before myself that I kept saying I can't do. The hardest thing to do when you run for election is to really be open. You have to knock on doors, you have to introduce yourself, you have to sell yourself.
I have 20 years of experience in with geriatrics, and recently, right now, I'm working with children with special needs. As far as my hobby, bodybuilding, my fitness journey began when I was 12, and I ran marathons, and I am just really big and consistent with my training. I was at the gym at 5 a.m. this morning, every day.
Tuve un momento muy doloroso en mi vida y tuve que dejar de trabajar, y desde ese momento algo en mí me dijo, tengo una pasión por el arte y tengo que expresarla al mundo de mi manera, desde donde mis ojos la veían. Y al llegar aquí, hace más de una década que llegué aquí de Puerto Rico, porque físicamente y mentalmente, pues en el momento yo no me encontraba con la... para luchar, pero soy el vivo ejemplo de esa mujer que se queda en la casa cuidando a los hijos, esperando que los hijos salgan adelante, que puedan tener una carrera con la que ellos puedan sentirse bien. Y en este momento estoy desarrollando lo que me gusta, la pasión por el arte, es lo que amo.
Orange County government. I was there for 9 years. I worked in 4 different departments, and all those departments I worked as an administrative assistant, an executive assistant, and kind of moved up. I started in the building department, in contractor licensing, Then I moved to Parks and Recreation, and I worked for Planning and Design, where I worked with architects and planners, building the parks of Orange County. Then I went to work for Public Works in the highway construction section. And then after that, I went and worked for corrections for human resources. So I just worked in a lot of different departments, one really not having to do so much with another, but it really gave me the skills that I have, that I've been able to use up to this day. I think it really helped me be versatile and just work with all different types of people.
Pilar Ortiz, chosen as one of the top Latina leaders in 2021 by the National Diversity Council. She is a bilingual, motivational speaker, mindset and communication coach, and has trained and impacted thousands of leaders in more than 50 countries around the world. So we're a really good audience here. Pilar has 25 years of broadcasting experience and is the creator of the Speak Easy system, the Influence Accelerator programs. She is an active member of the National Speakers Association and author of 2 books, Reinventing Yourself and Genius in the Bottle. So may I introduce to you a great national speaker, Pilar Ortiz.
Be aware of your thoughts. We cannot change that we are not aware of. No podemos cambiar aquello de lo que no somos conscientes. So if we know what we are thinking, we can do it. We think about 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. 95% are the same as yesterday. Very automatic. Coffee, shower, car, an email, Twitter, Instagram. Are we aware of those thoughts and those beliefs? Step number 2, what about emotions? Emotional intelligence is so powerful because it's about recognizing how you feel, getting to know what to do, and recognizing how others feel, and having empathy. That's a process, because if we don't work in ourselves first, how are we going to go to the next move? Maybe pushing a wall, getting a fight outside, road rage on the I-4. Some people do, not me. So those emotions, feelings, and connections, what is the trigger? Is that boss always being a trigger for you? Or is that family, relative? I call them the motors and the anchors. It's people that is holding you back, even with love, or sometimes yourself. And some other people are like, yes, you can do it. But if we don't connect with our own emotions, yes, fear, being sad, being worried, depressed, all those are emotions. And by the way, they are not good or bad emotions. They are emotions that make us feel good or feel bad. The emotions are needed. Grief is needed. Anxiety is needed. That fear, it's gonna save us from the bear, the tiger. But if we are in continuous fear, that's the problem. And then we have the emotions that are high vibration, high frequency, gratitude, love, joy, on a daily basis. Now I do that very different from the news. I spend hours a day, and every single moment during the day. It's not about meditating for 1 hour. It's about being mindfulness, being mindful. And we can be in emotions that make us feel better. Joy, happiness, which other? Gratitude, love, satisfaction, all those. So if we learn to be on a daily basis connected with those emotions, it will be better for us or not. So now my question is, what is holding you back? If we can think differently and we can feel differently, it's powerful. No excuses, no bottles, no victims. It's my husband, my wife, my kid, my do. What is holding you back? You know, deep inside, what is it? Step number 3. Do you think you can change how you feel? Do you think you can change how you think or not? By this time, I think you know the answer to this. So why are we so stubborn in staying with the same thought again and again, like a soap opera, la novelita esa? ¿Cuáles son mejores? ¿Las venezolanas, las mexicanas, las colombianas? No. Cero novela. El drama no paga. Soap operas, no. So why are we holding those thoughts? Because of fear, because of excuses, because we don't know better, because maybe we have to hire someone to help us see the label outside of that bottle. It's a decision. I want for you to know that it's a decision. If you want to do it and you don't know how to do it, you look for help. You ask someone. And you may be saying, oh yes, that's me, Pilar. I read 10 books. I joined 3 masterminds. I went to 3 conferences. But you are not doing anything. We need to apply those.
Así que eso ha sido todo hoy en ¿Qué pasa, Polk? Ya ustedes vieron esas imágenes tan bellas de nuestros speakers, de el fashion, moda, todo. Ustedes, la mujer aquí hoy ha sido una tremenda mujer dinámica, una amazona. Así que síganos siempre aquí en nuestra página y también en la página de nuestro gobierno. Así que nunca se pierdan ¿Qué pasa, Polk? Suscríbete, dale me gusta y activa la campanita de notificaciones en nuestro canal de YouTube, canal para estar al día.